Hello there. I am a solicitor of the Senior Courts of England and Wales. I practice in different areas of law, including immigration law. Today I want to address again the issue of overstayers in the UK. Now, like most lawyers practicing in this area of law, the question comes up a lot, online and offline. The question of how do I regularize my stay in the UK if I am an overstayer? So if you cannot go to your home country for whatever reason, you cannot go back and you intend to regularize your stay in the UK, you can do that only under the protection route or the human rights route. Like most other lawyers, like most other solicitors in the UK, we would always advise overstayers initially to go abroad in their home countries and apply for a visa to return. Now, what we don't do is to judge the reasons why, in the first place, someone is an overstayer, and secondly, why they have chosen to regularize their right to stay in the UK from within the UK rather than going back home in their home countries and apply from there. Now, regularizing your stay in the UK, the risk question is, which category of visa am I going to apply for? Can I apply for a work visa, or can I apply for a business visa? How can I regularize my stay in the UK? So there are only two categories, broadly speaking, across the board, that an overstayer can use to regularize their stay in the UK. Their options within the UK is limited. The protection category on the one hand, and you have the human rights category. These are very broad categories. Now, let's look at the protection category. It would be for people who cannot go back to their home countries because they feel that they have a refugee convention reason for not wanting to go back to. What's the refugee convention reason? Quickly, they cannot go back to their home country because of their political opinion, or they cannot go back because of their religious views, or they are being persecuted because of their nationality, their race, and finally, because they belong to a particular social group. Now, when we talk of a particular social group, we're talking of groups like being a gay person, for example, or in some countries, just being a woman. So if you feel you're fleeing persecution for one of these 5 convention reasons, we call them convention reasons because it is from the Refugee Convention of 1951. So then obviously you would want to regularize your stay within the UK and you will not want to go abroad in order to come in. That is on the one hand. Under the protection route as well, or the protection reasons, there is the humanitarian protection. Any other reason which is not amongst the 5 refugee convention reasons that I've mentioned. So, for example, if you go to your home country, you may face unjustifiably harsh circumstances in your home country. And if the cause of these harsh circumstances or these harsh conditions or this inhumane and degrading treatment is nothing to do with the Refugee Convention, then you can seek for protection in the UK. Now, and when we talk of human rights grounds, we are talking of family life. You may have a spouse, you might have fallen in love and got married, you may have children in the UK. Now, family and private life established in the UK, in some circumstances, would enable you regularize your stay in the UK without leaving the UK. So if you are in the UK without the right to stay in the UK, you can definitely regularize your stay in the UK, but bear in mind you are limited to protection and human rights. It should be noted, however, that there is no one way to regularize your stay in the UK, obviously, because it all depends on the set of factual circumstances of every single individual. So, but there's one thing that is common for every single individual trying to regularize their stay in the UK. Like already mentioned, it can only be within one or two grounds. You can do that only under the protection route or the human rights route. And that's it.